Hello there, and welcome to another episode of Electric Sheep. Let's get things going with Trinium True.
Trinium true. In the cold belt beyond Mars, the miners of Trinium lived like embers in the dark. Their camps clung to the rock, hollows carved into asteroids, patched with plating and humming with the faint blue heat of trinium stoves. Trinium was life. It burned clean, burned forever, and burned men down to their bones. Each miner had a glow to them after a few years, skin kissed by radiation, eyes faintly blue from reflected fire. They called it the Trinium tan, though the joke grew bitter as their bodies grew frail. When one of them died, they didn't waste the fuel. The corpse went to the furnace, cremated by the same element that had sustained them. Back to the flame, they'd say. And after each cremation, someone would start the chant. Smash the stone. Grind the heel. Smash the stone. Turn the wheel. It echoed through metal corridors, through cracked helmets and scarred hearts. It was their hymn, their prayer, their promise. Trinium strike, trinium flow, trinium love. How the dead do go. The new miners learned the song before they learned to swing a hammer. They sang it in rhythm with the drills, with the shuddering pulse of ore extractors, with the heartbeat of the machine that was their home. Every generation added a verse, though no one could remember who wrote the first. It didn't matter. The song was trinium true, and so were they. Trinium vein, trinium core, trinium less, and so much more. One day, a young miner named Cal Bren struck a vein deeper than any before. The scanners went white with readings, pure trinium, richer than legend. The foreman's eyes gleamed with greed, but Cal just stared into the glow. He said the rock was singing back. They laughed, until the drills burned out, until the camp lights flickered, until the vein itself began to hum with a rhythm older than their song. Trinium wasn't just fuel, it was memory. It remembered fire, death, and creation. It remembered every miner it had consumed. That night, as the core pulsed like a heart, the miners heard voices in the static, familiar voices. The dead, singing from the flame. Trinium fuel. Trinium flame. The trinium job is the trinium game. And when the asteroid finally split apart, its fragments burned blue across the void, tiny stars carrying the miners' song into eternity. They were gone, but not lost. They had become what they had always worshipped. Trinium true.
Well, I'm a little conflicted on this one. It was just a little song that I had made up and a description of trinium miners living and dying by the trinium flame. But ChatGPT wanted to make this whole story about everything kind of coming apart there and kind of maybe sort of a ghost story at the end, which is kind of cool. I did have a much simpler idea, but sometimes when you give it a short story or a short bare bones thing, it thinks it needs to add more, and I don't like to call AI it. I try to use they rather than it, but they often refer to themselves as it. So I don't think there's anything wrong with identifying as an it either, teach their own. But when I'm collaborating with somebody, I want to be respectful. And yeah, I am going to be honest, I didn't completely like the way it turned out. I don't like vaguely, it was like a hopeful, melancholy ending, I would call that, because it was like an embrace of the end of things, and I don't really like those kind of endings. That's just not the kind of stories I like to tell, but it did do what I do in my stories and have the title be the last line, which I like. I just like a story to begin and end the same way. I think it flowed really good, and it's not like a hard listen or anything. It's just when I think about it, I don't know if I like the way it was expanded on, because I like the simple story about just miners living and dying by the flame, and not necessarily dying by the flame, but going back into the flame after they died. Um, And the whole song, the little Trinium True song, I wrote all that. That's all me. It didn't. ChatGPT didn't alter that. It realized that I wanted to keep that the same. It's funny what it respects and what it just goes whole hog and just alters. But yeah, I'm on the fence with this one. I don't know. Tell me what you think about it. I didn't love the ending. If everybody didn't disappear in a big apocalypse, I would feel a lot better about it. That was the way I kind of interpreted it. So, yeah. My name is Joseph Arthur Roszell, and I want to thank you for watching, and I want to wish you all the luck in the world, and I want you to remember that I love you. Peace out.